Um, I don't know exactly what I'm going to say here, but I'm just wanting to kind of have this as a what's like a lighthouse. I don't know, like a some kind of barometer for me, time wise, so that I remember where we were at this time, and so that in the future I can use it to gauge um, just just everything, the situation, the struggle. So here we are. It's the beginning of March. And I would say since the beginning of this year, I mean, it feels like it goes back even farther than that. But honestly, like when it really ramped up since the beginning of this year, maybe like mid-January, um, Kelly, you've been like super super busy, and you know that this is like the biggest opportunity, totally unexpected opportunity of your life, and we've got to strike while you have the chance. um, and clearly it's like your passion, your because you are putting in so much work, effort, um, tears, blood, sweat, tears, and stress, and like anxiety. You're just going through everything, going through the ringer, trying to make this happen. And I get that. I have a front row seat to it, and so I know that this means the world to you. And not only does it mean the world to you, but it's important to me, um, on many many levels, not just because of what you want, but it's important to me because it's like fulfilling for me just to like witness it and be like a little part of it in some way too, And then it's important to our kids because they'll see that you can work your whole life to like culminate in something like this. So yeah, it's great, and I'm very happy about what you're doing and the opportunity that you have. But of course, it's also really, really hard on us. And you've said, Kelly, that it's a temporary thing because you got to launch, and then you've got to fundraise, and you've got like this window that you need to do it right away. But once you kind of um, get things get it's not like there's a finish line, but once you get things launched, it should become, if not easier, it should at least become less of a time drain. And so that's what I'm hoping, because I feel on two levels this really, really is dragging me down. One is simply that I'm pulling so much weight since January, right? So much weight with the kids. I think we've taken a big step forward this week, hopefully, with the fact that we're scheduling out our time now with the kids. And so, like, hopefully that makes it better. We'll see, because we're only 3 days through the week, and the tough time for you is coming up, because these 3 days I've watched the kids almost entirely, based on our schedule, and then the next 2 days you're going to be watching the kids almost entirely on your own. So assuming that you're able to actually do that and commit to what the schedule is, then I think moving forward we'll continue to do this, and it won't be so bad. Um, if we stick to the schedule, I'm maybe watching the kids, I think projected for this week is about 19 hours. And then you're watching them for about 15 hours. And something like that is manageable for me, and I can get enough of my work done. And so, yeah, hopefully that's a big step. But yeah, that's one thing. It's just this sheer time, because for the last month or so, there's so many times where you just have to, like, you've been saying sorry, 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 sorry to me so many times because something pops up, and then, like, for 2 or 3 hours, unexpectedly, I'm just watching the kids, and that's happened. That'll happen like 4 or 5 times each week, where it's like suddenly this 2 or 3 hour window where I thought I was going to be able to do some stuff. I can't really. But anyway, that's one thing. Second thing is just the fact that your mind is gone 99% of the time, and that that's an issue for you. We've always tried to work around that, but it's just gotten exponentially worse in the last several months, when it was actually starting to get better towards the end of last year. Now suddenly just imploded. And it's tough for me because I want to be able to share in all these little moments with you, and I don't get to. I never get to now. And even in the past, I always got to I was always grasping at such little things, and now that's just completely gone. So that's tough. Like, I really, really like having somebody who's there with me in the trenches and whatever we're doing, who's just like, that I can share the laughs or whatever, just the moments. And you're just never there. Like, sometimes, a lot of times, you're there physically, but you're not there mentally. And then there's just no inside jokes, no recognition of like patterns and things happen. And it's just, it's what makes human relationships. And it's just tough to not have that with you. We already, throughout the course of our relationship, we already have that less than I would like. And then now it's just like completely plummeted. Every thing that we're doing, like, I look at you because I want, there was something that has happened, and it's just never there. And then I know, like, this is just how it is for you. Plus, on top of that, the current situation. You brought up the fact that our good friends April and Graham, they're just so busy. And they're just so busy that their communication, this husband and wife couple of many years, they're like heroes to me. Like, April and Graham, if you ever see this, I mean, you guys already know that. You guys are like the most amazing people I've ever met. But so Kelly was saying that you guys, when you communicate, you guys have to communicate via email. You guys write out long emails to each other. And that's kind of like how you learn about what's going on for each other each day. It's like catching up via email. And, but the thing is, Kelly, I don't want that. I mean, I can get it, and I can do it for a time being, but I just really want to grow beyond that. We don't, and it's not just the communication. Like, it's one thing if we're just so busy that we never get to talk, but it's another thing that when we are together, I'm still not able to talk to you. It's not like we're never together, but it's that when we are together, you're just not available for me to talk to. So anyway, and the thing is, I know it makes sense to you. I know you get this because in the past you've talked about, wanting to get away from our devices, wanting to like have time where we're not, where we don't have our phones, for example. That's the very obvious one. Just like carve out, you were doing this thing like a year ago where you were not going to use your phone from, I forgot, like from 9 or 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. or something. You were just going to like have your phone on do not disturb, and you couldn't use it. But obviously that's like completely not the case anymore. And I don't, and so I know you get it, but I just don't think you see how extreme it is because you're too busy and like you're just I know you're just treading water right now and like you can't really think about other things, but it's just sad to observe. It's just sad to observe that this is the situation. But anyway, it's the thing is it's totally fine if it is temporary, and I just want to make sure that it is temporary, whatever temporary means. But like we have to get out of this eventually. I'm hoping in a couple months tops, but we'll see. Right now it's beginning of March, and we'll see. But anyway, all of that said, I think my title of the video is supposed to be that I support you, and that's the truth. Like I really do. And so we're gonna be able to do this. I just want to know. I just hope that a year from now, I'm not looking back and like, wow, that was a whole year ago, and we're still like this. That's just what I really don't want. But anyway, you got this, though. I know you do, and I know that this is like a lifelong dream, and I know that it's also not going to be like an easy thing. Like this is going to be hard for as long as you do it, for like 5 years, for 10 years. It's gonna be hard, but I just really hope that we can work out our system so that we can you chasing your dreams, but we can also have you as wife and mother. So anyway, you got it.